Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Zombie. Let's continue. So, we got an upgraded backpack. Unfortunately, it only added 2 slots. I can only assume that this is because they had to design this game, which is obviously going to be rather short, in a way that it wouldn't matter if you didn't get the backpack, I guess. That's the only thing that would make any sense. And I think they're trying to do something along the lines of copying some of the ideas of Resident Evil 4. But the thing about Resident Evil 4 is you also had a up to like 5 or 6 upgrades on the amount of bullets you could carry in your guns, and that was the number one thing you were picking up and collecting was bullets. So you actually, by the time you'd upgraded your backpack 4 or 5 times and upgraded the capacity of each gun, you could hold a considerably larger amount. We had to go up to the top of Buckingham Palace to get this book, which seems rather ridiculous. And we're going to a cutscene now. So I don't know if this is like halfway through the game or what. You can see we couldn't get an up close look at him before.
Hello. Oh, I see you found Gesner's book. I do hope it wasn't too much trouble. Pass it through, would you?
So obviously the thing to take from this is he is infected too, but found some way to delay this. And he's taken off his outfit out here, so if his infection has been spread out this way. Wasn't wrong about that being an issue. We've got these zombies which he may just release on us. We've got doors that maybe these doors will unlock. I guess this would open at some point. So that opens to another area. That's locked. We're rather short on bullets. Yeah, clearly he's leaves this room, but he's using it as an excuse to basically keep us separate. So inherently, when you have a scenario like this, he's the bad guy, and that means they want to keep it so we can't kill him. I don't see how you make Prepper the bad guy in this story. I hope he just talks faster. He's super.
Wait. There's something else. That gadget of yours looks rather like something the Omega chaps used to carry. Will you step over there and scan that infected chap with it? A full scan and analyze, mind you, to isolate the infected gland.
So they want me to scan this guy? Upgrade your survival kit. Well, how am I supposed to do that? Pick up a pad upgrade.
The human body really is a fascinating
and
thing.
a
Even
shot.
after all vital signs in the subject cease, the body continues to fight the infection. Amazing, eh?
So, what was that shot we just got? Let's see. Making and using viricide. When an infected is about to bite you, use the viricide shot to kill it instantly and save your life. The syringe only contains 1 dose. You may refill it by collecting gland samples from infected corpses. So, effectively now we have a 1-hit survival rate.
We'll have to put him out of his misery first. Then take the syringe and fill it up with antibodies from the infected gland.
Alright. I'm gonna hold right trigger alone. And that did work. Now B brings about another mini game of just tapping. There's far too many of these.
That syringe will synthesize a viricide, a sort of poison, quite deadly. There's enough for one injection, but you can refill it from another willing volunteer.
So kind of clear, it's kind of obvious and clear here that
In return, I need another favor.
he needs this viricide.
Second book, Studium Contagione, the study of infection by D himself. It's very rare, but I happen to know Ron Friedman has a copy in his flat on Brick Lane. Ron's one of those raven chaps, you see.
His lips aren't moving, I don't think, when he's talking either. Alright. Are we now just constantly pinging? Because now the Y button seems to constantly ping. Interesting. But odd that it's making the sound effect that it's constantly pinging. Why you would want to do that, I don't know. I guess maybe we're just going to constantly get audio feedback if something does show up on radar. So it looks like we're leaving Buckingham Palace maybe for the safe house, which, man, boy did we need that. Alright, so they want me to go there. I'm going this way first, by far. Now, I don't know if anybody else is going to see this, but on the far right of my screen, not in the exact lower right, but I would say about 1/10 of the way, maybe 1/5 of the way up the screen, there's this line of white pixels that might be my TV, sure, but it seems odd visually, and it's just been there forever. I guess we could scan and see if there's anything new. We should almost certainly have a new conversation with Prepper. It's odd that he just kind of disappeared in the story. We do have a lockpick, which might get us through an area, but I kind of don't know how I would be able to get to that. And I kind of think what we're gonna find is that the items we can find from this place is, these are just regular pickup items, not important items. Alright.
I know you're green as grass, but try and remember to aim before you shoot.
Okay. So we are going to swap that and get rid of that for sure. We'll put one of those away, and we'll keep the health, but we'll get rid of the mine because I don't think we really need that. So we'll hold on to a flare. I wish there was a way to easily move all of this. I guess you can't, though. Meanwhile, I'll take a medium med pack out, and I'll take some bullets out, and these small health packs probably wouldn't be terrible. It seems like you have plenty of room, though, for inventory in that one box, but that's kind of all you have room for. Right. So let's we're not going to end on this save, but we're going to be careful on the save. Because we got a larger backpack, we do have a different skin on the backpack. It looks different. Might now be a good time to try to see if we could switch the Uplay rewards to... yeah, you get 3 choices. The Union Jack, the Pinup, or the Punk is Dead, or none. That's not a great amount of unlockable rewards. My only assumption there was the idea, since this was a Wii U launch title, is that they were planning on... Ubisoft was thinking that they'd have like microtransactions and things like that, and Wii U really had no online content, so that wouldn't have worked. We can now lockpick this, assuming there isn't a zombie in the exact room we just spawned in with this terrible lockpicking minigame. Right. There's nothing in this metal container. There is a firepower upgrade. And I don't think there's anything else in here, and this is... I'm so far in the room, I can't even look. Alright, so we're going this way, I guess. And you're just gonna straight up get pings now, so I know on the side of this door there's people, and over here I know there's nobody. So I don't even have to worry about it. At least a little bit. And I guess the idea would be is there going to be anything new in any of these areas, or is this just all the same? See, I see a zombie, 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 zombie. So 3 zombies, which I could throw a flare at, or I could just try and shoot, or I could see if there's anything here to do. Be nice if one of these guys was still. So that hit him, but it didn't seemingly do anything to it. It was quieter. Doesn't seem like that worked. There. And this isn't again. So yeah, I don't know what the scope button would be. If there is a scope button. Yeah, it doesn't feel like there is a scope button, even though it says it has a scope on it. Alright, well, there's only one guy left, so it's easy enough to I'll work my way down here and see if we can find where that other body ragdolled. Now, was there any reason or to go back into the grocery store? Maybe. We might find that there is a good reason to do that. We may have to get the C4 from that area. We may actually have to do quite a bit. There's a flare. There's some animal meat. I did just ragdoll a body somewhere. And then you let go of the left trigger and just hold the right trigger. And that's the way you do the kill. Somebody else C4'd it. Which then kind of makes it questionable about, is there another player running around doing these C4 things, or is this possibly a scenario where they C4 never unlocks, or maybe there's a new game plus where you have C4 and you can just move faster. Prepper seems to be completely out of the picture. And it wouldn't make a lot of sense if they threw in a third character. We've got another newspaper. We've got the capacity upgrade, which will help a little bit, but that does kind of just revolve around how many bad shots I take. It looks like we're going down. And our ping only works on the level that we're on. So, still a decent chance that there will be zombies on the other side of the door. The idea of scanning things with this scanner and the Wii U tablet, which is what it's designed around, kind of falls apart when you don't have anything interesting to look at. I could imagine making a much more interesting walking simulator or puzzle game where you had to walk around and scan things than making a horror game. Like, there are some ideas I get from this where, yeah, the concept is that you have to put down your weapon and look around, and there have been some horror movies where you put down your weapon and you're looking with just like a flashlight or lighter. But I really don't feel like there's too much in that concept, particularly in a video game where you just see the same repetitive content over and over again. This will be interesting to see where this takes us now. I thought for a second there I might get lucky and the circuitry box was right there to scan for the map. But of course we wouldn't get that lucky. Alright, I want to look at the map, I guess, in the complete darkness. With the ability to get these upgrades, I guess that explains why there's so many slots here. And did we get any hunting crossbows? I think I used all of my bullets accidentally. This is what I wanted to see. So yeah, there's just a small area that has, I think, a shortcut back to this area. And it seems to me like there may or may not be an area here. And there's kind of clearly gonna be a couple areas up here. Yeah, I have no crossbow bolts. So I shot those 2 bolts. My idea was to experiment with that and see if I could get some new bolts. Get the old bolts from the zombie, and then the body ragdolled. The fact that we're back in a sewer-like area also implies to me that this was definitely content that could have easily been in that first section, which we haven't done anything with that first section in a while. Yeah, we have a scanned red dot that's pinged. And once that stopped being scanned, and I looted it, there was nothing. Yeah, and we literally are just... We came down an area that looked exactly like this, with the same boilers and everything, and walked through a short area, and then are back up to the next level. This is a lazy design. There's no way somebody didn't play that level design and go, wait a minute, this just feels really redundant. And
now where are you going? Are you scavenging for supplies or what? The pickings round here won't be very rich.
So we're getting these
poor buggers have to fend for themselves, abandoned by the government, the so-called public servants, who all hot-footed it to Westminster and the palace instead. That little good it did them, eh?
So apparently we're going into a place that's playing music.
You hear that? That's exactly why this country's gone to shite. People partying when they should have been prepping.
So a loud party going on probably implies that there will be zombies there in large numbers. Alright. So we've got 2 guys. How do we want to handle this? Can we do a Molotov cocktail? No, that would be a bad mistake, because if I get into a room where there's a Molotov cocktail, makes a lot more sense. Like if there's 20 guys in the next section, that would be kind of... Who's to say, really, if those 2 would have ever attacked me? But I mean, what does it matter? You just kill you smack everybody you see. Yeah. Some more bullets for the gun. And then we're crossing over. Is there a way to possibly open this door on this side? Nope. There's no junction box to scan from the looks of it. Yeah, Prepper seems to have not really cared about where you were, what you were doing, and now he's just saying incidental statements. Where'd her body go? Is that all where she went? All the way over there? Doesn't look like there's anything of importance. Is there anything to collect or get over here? Is this door? That door's open, and through that door there's a flare. And you can loot this body. This door is just awkwardly barricaded. This door needs a lockpick. So let's go ahead and assume that this area, I guess this.
Honestly, I'm surprised anyone else survived. Okay, maybe not everyone knows about these prophecies, but to be so blind when Armageddon is in your face, I despair.
An empty thing. Documents. And something that needs a code. Alright, if this seems to push us forward in the story. This door seems open too. Then I suspect this door over here is the extra. Although I can't possibly imagine that you actually would have been able to get this far without the lockpick. I think it's a mandatory thing that's getting treated like it was a supplemental thing when it really wasn't. There's a room, and I believe we have an upgrade and a health pack. So those were definitely worth coming back to find. I have to kind of question though the value of being able to do all of this though. Am I missing something here? Unless there's a secret passage. Yeah. My flashlight's wearing out. So we'll just flicker it on, and this is why they used to be called flashlights, is because the batteries actually were as bad as they are in video games, and you could only flash them for like a second to see where you're going, and then that was it for a while. Alright, so this is a locked door, which means I can't go that way, which means that part and this might be a case of a zombie beating on a locked door, which is fine, but it won't unlock it. Why the zombie is beating on the locked doors? Questionable. What triggered the zombie? There's somebody jumping and flying in the air due to poor physics. Apparently I can't kill it and when it's on an angle like this. Coming from an angle, I have a bit of an advantage. I'm covered in blood, but none of it's mine. So this has worked rather well. Let's see. Do I have enough room? Nope. So I have to leave the food, which is fine. Alright, there's a medium med pack in this door. This door is barred, which doesn't that mean I could... No, I'm gonna come back that way. Infected, flares, suitcase, barricaded door. So I'm gonna turn off my flashlight. And see if we can scan some other things. Alright. So, now is the time to see if this will actually work. Three, 4. Didn't get them all, but it worked relatively well. Now, seems like they all had nothing on them, which might make some sense. I may have to work my way back up to the top. Yeah, it seems like there's things on top of this car. This door doesn't open. Here's the way up. Looking around, trying to be as cautious as possible. Interesting. I guess you can hide in there if that needs to be a place where you hide. Right, well, let's climb back up here and then climb back up here. We can see a zombie. You can see another door. I guess the idea is, how can we get up higher? So we now have some more crossbow bolts. which is something we really needed. Alright. So, I still feel like I need to scan the box somewhere around here. But I guess it's not there. And yes, I see there's a rest place, but I bet it's actually interesting. So we have to unlock it from the other side. Let's see, cross over. And is this just a jump? Alright. This is like 2 flares and food, so while that's nice and all, I guess the question would come down to, do I have too many flares or do I have too much food? Probably have enough room where I could pick up 1 more flare instead, but boy would it be nice if these things stacked. They're really going in a weird direction here. I feel like if you were playing Resident Evil 4, which this feels like a game that's borrowing at the very least some ideas from that, you would have a much better inventory management scheme where things would stack. The health upgrades would stack, the flares would stack. Sure, it's not realistic, I'll grant you that, but who cares about realism in a video game? That's not something most people are going for. We're doing these mini games just to have a shortcut, which if I was to ever die, I guess that would make sense, but I don't think we're going to ever die. Like, I think we're going to easily make it to the entirety of the game. Let's see. I could do this. Reload that, but I don't think that's gonna do much. So, are we supposed to have memorized the code? Or is there a code somewhere written here on this board? It was like 4, 2, 6, 4, but the odds of the code being the same seem low. Alright. So okay. We've got some crazy writing that doesn't seem to really equate to any numbers at all. Let's see if we can look at our newspapers and see if maybe there's something we picked up that would explain that. Let's see. Newspapers. I have no idea which of these newspapers would have been the one I just picked up. Or Black Prophecy texts. Or Queen's Letters. Let's see. June 3rd, 2012. each one of these these Vox newspapers might be the code, but I find that hard to believe they really want me to put in all of that. Alright. Is there possibly something else in this previous room? Ah, yeah, you have to look through the window. Alright. You have to line up the numbers just right. So it says 3, 7. Is that 0? Yeah, and this isn't gonna help. Right. So you have to stand probably close to this. And a little bit further. So you line up the black picture in the middle of the raven. And when that's lined up, it maybe makes sense. Let's see. 8, 7, something, 0. Three, 7, something, 0. I probably could figure this out just by doing this at this point. Like, I don't think you're supposed to be this far away. I don't think you're supposed to be that. Alright. We'll just try every code. We've got plenty of time. It's not gonna stop me. 3, 7, 6, 0. 3, 7, 1, 0. 3, 7, 2, 0. 3, 7. We'll just brute force this. 3, 0. 3, 7, 4, 0. 3, 7. This is evidence of the game not being very well designed. It doesn't really seem to lock into the code, or I know what to do, but it's still not working. 7, 8, 0. 3, 7, 9, 0. 3, 7, 0, 0. Alright, something's not working. From this edge, you don't see any of that. From back here, you can see it, but it doesn't make any sense. They clearly spray painted it. So it's 3, 7, what? And what? Like, all I see is a swoop. So it is like locking in. It's just there's something not making sense. 0 something 7, 3, or maybe we're supposed to mirror these. If this was reflected in a mirror, it would be 0. If this was reflected, it would be an 8. If this was reflected, it would be an X, or a weird thing. And if this was reflected, it would be a U. That doesn't seem like that makes any sense at all. There's nothing here that I knocked out of the way. Jesus. This is stupid. And it feels like the game is trying to help. Right. Because there's this other part over there. Hmm. 8, 7, 1, 0. Let's try that. Eight, 7, 8, 7, 1, 0. 8, 7, 9, 0. 8, 7, 0, 0. 8, 7, 6. 7. We'll brute force it with the reflected code. The only thing that I might be wrong about is the 7 being the number, or being backwards. That might be the case. I may just have to look this up. Right, 0, 7. And then what? Is there something in the reading here that I've missed? Or you're just not supposed to be able to get to this rest area? Yeah, when I'm looking at it through this direction, I don't see anything. I could be an 8 backwards. This, I guess, might be a 0. But this still doesn't really make any sense, and this still doesn't really make any sense. It makes them all look like weird. Yeah, we just scanned it as a code, and we can't decode it even. So there's something here. It says R90924. Is there possibly a different code? Is there something on the phone? I can't read any text on that. That looks just like gibberish. One 9. So we could try 1 9 and 2 4, I guess. on the boxes. That seems like that's asking a lot, though. 1, 9, 2, 4, 2, 4, 1, 9. Nope. Not so lucky. There's nothing else here. Alright, and we've been going, oh my goodness, 20 minutes over trying this code. Okay, well, here's where I guess we're gonna have to leave it. I'm going to look up the code to get in this room to save the file, and then save the file, and we'll start back over on that screen, because I really can't do anything else. It's odd that all of a sudden you were getting into this weirdness. Yes, I know there are secret messages, but to not be able to get to a safe point seems odd. And we dropped off a bunch of items and we still don't have enough space, even with the larger backpack gear. Doesn't feel like we're really getting anywhere with this game in a lot of ways. It's just slow progress through 3 or 4 rooms, and that's it. Anyways, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend to follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below in the description box. And if you want to support me even further, there's a link to Patreon, or you can friend me on Steam and gift me a game off my wishlist. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.